Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video today. It is Dan from EvolvedJeepin. I hope you're all having a good one. On today's video, it's going to be another review video about the AccuAir JL air suspension kit that I installed on my 2019 Jeep Wrangler. The previous review video was all about the install. In that video, I highlighted what it took to do the install, the things I liked about the install, and highlighted some of the issues I had and how I solved them. But today's video is going to be all about the function. So what I'm going to do is show you guys the controller, show you how the vehicle adjusts and the different heights. And then I'm also going to give you guys some feedback about the ride quality. It's been about 3 months now since I installed the kit, so I've really had enough time to dial in the kit, try it out, and get an overall understanding of how it rides. But before I give you guys all that feedback about that, let's go take a look at the controller and then look at all the heights and features about this kit and what it offers. So let's talk about the wired controller. It is a nice size controller. It is well constructed. It has a metal backing that actually can be magnetically mounted. And that's what I did. I went ahead and purchased a tack form magnetic phone holder mount and used that to mount this under the steering wheel beside my leg. The reason I put it in that location was I didn't want this controller to be in my eyesight all the time. So I put it there because I thought it could be out of the way, but also still accessible when needed. So for the controller, there are actually 4 different height positions. Number 3 is your tallest preset height position. Then you have number 2, which is your ride height. Then you have number 1, which is a lower ride height. And then you have your all-out position, which is the double down arrows at the bottom. To access the double down arrows, you actually have to press and hold it for 5 seconds before the vehicle can actually go into that position. And that's mainly because this feature is releasing all the air from the airbags and putting your vehicle on the bump stops. This is really only a feature that you would probably use when parked. For me, with the 37s, I can't ride around with this because I don't have the clearance with the 37s and things will rub that shouldn't be rubbing. So for preset number 3, you can actually ride around at this height, but only under 25 miles per hour. As soon as you go over 25 miles per hour, your vehicle automatically lowered down to preset number 2. This is a safety reason because preset number 3, because it's pumping in that much air into the bags, it's a really firm ride, and it's probably not the safest to be doing on the highway or on anything with really a pothole because it's going to really jar the vehicle when you hit something. So they've designed this kit to basically always go back down to number 2 or number 1. For me, I can only really ride around at number 1 on the highway, and this is because I have a full width front bumper and 37-inch tires. So this setup doesn't give me enough clearance to do full turns. So really what I've been doing is driving this preset on the highways, which has its perks because it rides smoother. The vehicle seems to control better. I really do like riding around at number 1 on the highways, but as soon as I'm about to get off the highways, I have to put it back up to number 2 or else my front tires will definitely hit these bumper ends when turning. So the controller also has manual adjustment for all 4 corners and front and back. This basically is more usable for when you're in a parked position or on trails when you want to try and raise or lower certain corners. It's also very useful for when you're overlanding and you're on an uneven surface and you want to level out your tent. You'll basically be able to go in and adjust each 4 corners to get yourself a level sleeping surface. With these manual buttons, you can actually adjust the presets. If you were to buy this kit for a vehicle that's not a Jeep Wrangler, you actually use those manual controls to set your presets, but on the Jeep Wrangler, it already comes preset and determined. And the reason is because of the complexity of the solid front and rear axles. They've designed it to ride at a certain height and be safe. So they've really made sure to do that, but they've still given you the ability to adjust the height by about 5%. I actually ended up using this because my vehicle came out to have a bit of a front rake look, and I wanted a more level look, and I also needed this because of the front bumper and tire setup that I'm running. So what I ended up doing was going in there, adjusting the vehicle for a more level appearance, and that is what I'm running right now. So the controller is not the only way that you can adjust the height of the vehicle. The system also works with a phone app that connects via Bluetooth, and it has all the same buttons and features. It has the presets, the manual adjustments, but it also shows you the pressure for each bag and your tank. It's a really cool feature. I actually, for the first couple of weeks, would ride around in the Jeep with the app open just to see how the different pressures adjust while turning and driving. It was pretty cool to see. The app is really in depth. Most of the stuff you can do on the controller, you can actually do in the app. And I find in the app, it's a little easier. For example, in the app, you can go into the settings and change and turn on different features. For example, the valet mode, which basically presets the vehicle to only drive around in preset number 2. So that means that the person who jumps in your vehicle can't play with any of the ride heights. They can only ride around on one height. Pretty good feature. You can also turn on auto height at start, meaning when you jump in the vehicle and turn it on, it goes up to ride height. You can turn that on or off. I actually have it on, so when I jump on the vehicle and press on, the vehicle goes up to preset 2, and I'm good to go. All of that's in there. You can actually adjust the tank pressure if you wanted to change that. There's lots of cool things you can do in the app. So before I wrap up this video, I wanted to give you guys some feedback about the ride quality. I know that's what people have been asking about. They want to know, how does it ride? Does it ride good? Does it ride smooth? And I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with it. I think it rides as good as some of the high-end lift kits that are out there. And I think it performs really well. One of the cool features that I found when I first jumped into it was the reduced body roll. I find that when you're on a nice windy road, that this system, maybe it's because of the shocks or it's because of the leveling air ride system, that when you go through those corners, you're not feeling the body rolling. It stays nice and level. So I'm pretty happy about that, because I have to say, when I threw on the Fox 2.0 shocks, the first time I went on that windy road, I really felt like the vehicle was just all over the place with every corner, where with this, I have to say, I don't feel like I'm about to roll out the door or the Jeep's about to roll over. I think this kit really performs well on corners. And I have to say, it really performs well when you go into level 1 or preset number 1, because it lowers the vehicle down and the ride seems to get even smoother and more secure on the road. So that makes it really fun for driving at the higher speeds, because it just feels really smooth. I want to say that the kit does not perform like a Cadillac or anything. The air ride does not make it super smooth. I think there is an improvement, but it still rides like a lifted Jeep, especially a lifted Jeep on 37s. When you put bigger tires on that are different grades, you're going to change the ride quality. But I have to say, it rides as good as those premium lift kits out there. Another really cool feature is the ability to lower the vehicle to get in and out of the vehicle. It makes it really nice, especially when you have somebody who's maybe a lot shorter and can't climb up. They can just lower the vehicle down and it's now at a stock height and they can just get in the vehicle. This makes it also very helpful for loading and unloading stuff into the back of the Jeep, because, you know, we have all been there when we have lifted vehicle and you're trying to haul something up into the back. It can be a bit of a pain. So this is a cool feature that this kit offers, and I'm very happy that I have the option to do. The only thing that this kit probably struggles at, and it's maybe not even a struggle, it's more of an opinion, but it is the steering. With this kit, it did come with an track bar and all the components for the sway bar and everything seems pretty good. I'm pretty happy about it, but when I first drove this kit, I did feel that it was a little bit looser than what I would have liked. And I think this is mainly because my previous lift kit that I had was just a spacer lift with a Steer Smart Yeti track bar, which is a lot firmer track bar. And I actually showed a comparison of it in the install video, but that track bar was really firm and firmed up the driving and characteristics so that when you did hit a pothole or a bump, it didn't seem to adjust the steering wheel a little bit. So what I'm going to do is probably go ahead and do a video of installing that track bar back on the Jeep and then see if it works with the lift kit and how much it does improve it. That's something that's going to be in the future. So I'll make sure to do that video and show you guys. But really, the kit what it comes with and the way the kit rides, and it is good. I'm very happy with it. I'm impressed by it. I love the fact that I do have the ability to adjust height and do all that stuff. I haven't done any maintenance videos, and I will do those as a review on this kit. I haven't, I've driven this a bit, but I haven't really done a lot of the maintenance on it and checking how the kit is performing. That's probably what I'll do in the next video. I'll probably review how it's performing, if things are working out the way they need to, if there's some things that I'm concerned about. That will probably be on the next video. If anybody has any questions about the install, make sure to check out the install videos that I did for this kit. There was an install about the components, and then there was an install for the air management. Make sure to check out those videos. They'll probably have anything, fill out all the questions that you might have. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment on those videos. If you have any more questions about the ride quality or the features and the functions of the kit, feel free to post them below and I'll do the best to answer them. At this point, guys, I am going to wrap this video up. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And at this point, guys, I'll see you guys on my next video.